Hey folks, Rob here, and what we got here on the table is our Taurus G2S. Now this is the handgun that Sheila bought me for Christmas, and I've yet to shoot it. I've yet to clean it and get it ready to shoot. So I thought we would do a quick video. I want to try out this Onetigris pistol mat anyway, and I thought that would be a good excuse. I'm bad about spilling stuff, so let's see how just stain resistant and everything this is. So we have our Taurus G2S, and this gun has never been loaded, never had a round in it yet. So it is empty and clear. I'm going to take it off camera. So there is no magazine in it. And then we are going to disassemble this gun. So to disassemble the gun, you would pull back slightly, just on your striker, or on your slide, just enough to allow you to pull down these two tabs, and then pull the trigger, and it should slide right off, and it did. So inside here, we can see that it's fairly dry. Not a lot of some of the factory oil and grease still in it. It's kind of a tacky type of grease and oil. And we have our slide here. It's cold out here in the building, so I'm going to lay our frame over to the side. Here is our captive recoil spring, so we will remove that. And I think that may be a metal guide rod. I can't tell. It possibly could be. Yeah, it sticks to that bench magnet over there. So there's our guide rod. And then we have our barrel itself. And it is stainless steel. Kind of a matte finish stainless. It's pretty dirty. So we're going to clean it up here. We'll lay it up here. And then we're going to take a look at our slide. It's milled pretty good. Not a bad looking slide. Taurus has come a long way. Some of their guns are awesome, and then I've had some duds, but, you know, I guess that happens in all of them. So, I still haven't been out to pick me up any original hoppies, which I like. Instead, I bought the blend last time by mistake, and that was a mistake. I don't like it. I've never tried to blend, but guess what? I finally remembered to bring my Q-tips out. And so let's take a little bit of our hoppies and our brush here. I'm reaching across. And take a little hoppies on our brush here. And we're just going to... Now, YouTube, this is a important maintenance procedure for any handgun, any firearm. A properly maintained firearm is a safe firearm. One that is poorly maintained is not only a risk to the user, but also bystanders who may be in the vicinity. You know, if you're at a shooting range or whatever, you know, you don't want to be the guy that has a gun explode on him because he didn't take proper care of it. So, with that being said, YouTube, I'm no way modifying this gun or doing anything to it other than cleaning it. So I've applied some hoppies there, and I'm going to wipe it off. I'm just going to take my cotton cloth here and just get the worst or the most of it off I can. And you know, this is a single stack gun, and hopefully tomorrow. We had like severe flooding the day before, and then it snowed, and then today it was sunny out, but it was extremely cold. I was going to shoot today, but it was just too cold and the wind was blowing, and so I chose not to. And hopefully tomorrow they're giving 59-degree weather, so hopefully tomorrow we'll get to shoot not only this gun for the first time, but our T-Sauce tank commander. T-Sauce. as Bubba would call it, it's a tea sauce. Or Thesis, however you want to pronounce it. I'm going to take a Q-tip here and just get in some of these spots and get some of that out. You don't have to do this. You don't have to get it perfect by any means, but, you know, get the most you can out of it. The cleaner it is, more apt it is to possibly run. So we're done with that. I've gotten most of the packing grease and everything that it was shipped with off of it. So the hoppies will remove that. And we'll reapply some CLP to it when we get ready to lubricate it up. So now we'll move on to our slide. And it's not really dirty. Actually, I don't even know if they've test fired it from the looks of the breech face. But we'll take a little hoppies and just give it a quick, you know, in our slide rails. Get any of that manufacturing oils and stuff off. And we'll wipe off excess with our cotton rag. And then I'll take a Q-tip and we'll get down in there and clean out the rest of it as best we can. I'd been meaning to bring them Q-tips out here to the building for months. Well, a couple months probably anyway. And so we're just going to take a Q-tip and get down in there. So you can see how much of that dirt and grime is in there left over from the manufacturing process. Quite a bit of it. Clean your breech face off. Try to get up in them rails as best as I can. Get that out. So you can see it is actually pretty dirty down in there when it didn't look dirty at all. So anyway, I think we got most of that off. So we'll lay our slide aside and then we'll concentrate on our barrel. Let's see if it looks like it's been test fired. Yeah, I do believe it has. Yeah, it looks a little dirty down through there. So first thing we're going to do is take a little hoppies and clean the outside, and then we'll work on the inside. I like to take a little bit. And as you can see, I'm making a mess on the mat, but we'll see how well it cleans up. Because this is a solid rubber mat, so this kind of stuff should not stain it. If it does, it should be very minimal. So we've got our hoppies there. Coated our barrel. We've took our brush to it. Let's wipe it off. I'm doing it off camera, but so anyway, looks better. Looks like the feed ramp is polished nicely. Looks like it's got a nicely polished feed ramp. And so let me get our Real Avid. This is the 9mm 357 brush. Let me get it out. I'll pause you because I don't want this to go over 10 minutes. It shouldn't take more than 10 minutes to clean the gun. But a lot of that time spent filming. Alright, so we put some Real Avid on our bore snake here, and I'm just going to feed it through. Start our little brush through. Now on the Real Avid, you can take your handle and stick it through the notch there, and that creates a pull handle to pull that with. I always like to keep a thumb there and a finger here and pull that through. And let's check it now. Most time one pull or maybe two will get you pretty clean. No, I think it's going to need another pull or two. So let me pause you and just do that so we don't go too long. Alright, so it took me about 4 pulls to get it cleaned up there where I want it to be. And you can see now that it is nice and clean down through there. You can see the rifling. So let's reassemble and then we'll clean up. Okay, I picked up my hoppies and stuff so I don't spill it. And let's reassemble. So to reassemble, you would take your slide, and I'm going to take a little bit of CLP and just put a little bit in the rails, and a little drop right there, and that is it. Don't want any CLP in your striker chamber. So then I'm going to take our barrel, and I'm just going to put a little bit of oil on our barrel, and just take my finger and just kind of rub it in. We just want to put a light coating of oil on our barrel. Then we're going to drop it back into our slide, and we're going to take our recoil spring guide rod and set it back in and push it in. Make sure it is centered in there good so it goes back on. We are going to take a little bit of CLP, put a drop here on this rail, drop here on that rail, a drop on the back. Maybe put a little bit right here on some of the moving parts, and that's about it. Don't want to over oil, but we want enough on it to give it its best shot of working. So there we are. We've put oil in all the places you should probably put oil, and then we're going to put our slide back on and pull it to the rear, and we should be good to go. We'll test. This does have 2 restrike capability, and then finally we're just going to take and wipe our slide itself off on the outside. Might take a little CLP. This kind of has a matte type finish to it. It's not a shiny finish. It's kind of just a matte type finish. We'll rub a little oil on it. Now just keep it lubricated. Keep us from getting any rust. And that is all there is to cleaning your Taurus G2S, G2C, G3C. They are all pretty much similar guns. So this video will correspond to any of those platforms. This is just the single stack version of those guns. Now, as you can see, we got a pretty good mess here on our little Onetigris pistol cleaning mat. So let's see how easy this is to clean up and how well it cleans up. Wow. As I gotta say, that's pretty good. Of course, my rag's got oil on it too, so really I'm putting an oily rag across it to clean oil off. But yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all. I could probably get a little more off right up here if I scrub just a little harder. And yep, guys, I'd say that cleans up pretty good. I'd say that cleans up rather nicely. So anyway, guys, that was just a quick video. Not really quick. I went longer than I wanted to. Quick video on cleaning the Taurus G2 series. This will be the first time this gun is shot, so I'll wipe my mag off camera. And the little Onetigris mount or mat worked fine, perfect. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching, and until the next video, we'll see you guys later.